Després d'entendre millor com pensen els habitants de la frontera escocesa, tornem cap a Edimburg.
I've been kind of editor of the arts campaign website National Collective for the last year or so, kind of just running the website and doing a lot of work on that, just campaigning for Scottish independence for the last 2-3 years.
Do you think there's anything in hindsight that the SNP could have done?
Creus que hi ha alguna cosa que l'ESNP podia haver fet diferent per foragitar les pors, les preocupacions i els dubtes de la gent? Molts votants ens han dit que veien el procés ple d'incerteses.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we could have done. We have done absolutely everything in terms of we're fighting against the entire British state and British establishment, and they've thrown absolutely everything at us, and we still managed to increase our percentage in the polls from 30% 2 years ago to 45% now, which is an incredible achievement in itself. And we managed to get 97% of people signed up to vote, which is unprecedented. But give a bit more time, we'll get there.
Okay. What did you think about?
Què t'ha semblat la cobertura mediàtica?
It was just really poor from start to finish. You look at the newspapers, obviously they've got no reason to be impartial. But when you look at the coverage from things like the BBC, I mean, I wouldn't say it's been biased myself, but it's just been poor coverage. They've not covered the debate in any sort of depth. If you look at the referendum night coverage itself on Thursday night into Friday morning, for the first time in the whole campaign they'd kind of laid out an in-depth timetable for what would happen after a yes vote in terms of when we'd have an army by, when we'd have welfare powers by, when we'd get rid of trade. That was the first time they'd done that in the whole campaign. It was 2 hours too late.
Quin és el següent pas?
We'll have to wait and see. Depends. We'll have to look in the next couple of years, or at least in the next 9 months, with the UK general election coming up as well. We've got a chance of another referendum coming up in the near future, definitely.
A poc ens hem anat assabentant de com i per què alguns escocesos volen o no esdevenir un estat independent. Però què haguessin fet si els haguessin prohibit votar legalment, com ha passat en el cas de Catalunya?
They could have done that. They could have said, no, you're not having a referendum. It has been allowed. I didn't think they expected it to be what it's been.
So I don't understand why, when you get the mass demonstrations you see in Barcelona, that the government can't see that sooner or later something's got to give. And if a government is scared to ask its people a question, that government is in trouble. The government has got the responsibility. The government is there to serve the people, not the other way around. And if the people of Catalonia demand the right of self-determination, then it would be a foolish government indeed that didn't grant it.
If you're a democratic society, then the people, clearly in Scotland elected the Scottish government, and part of the reasons for that within their manifesto was to allow a referendum to be held, then I don't think any democratic government could have had or should have had the right to be able to refuse that.
Because the United Kingdom is fundamentally democratic. And when Scotland delivered an SNP government, there was an inevitability that we would end up with a referendum. Now, there's a lot of argument about whether Scotland actually voted for an SNP government with intentionally, or whether it arrived by default, because the Labour vote collapsed. But I think the reality is, once they were given a majority government, everybody understood that they would then, I mean, that was their raison d'etre, that's what they had always stood on, to campaign for an independent Scotland. So it would have been very undemocratic if the UK government had said, no, you can't have the referendum.
I find it entirely undemocratic in terms of the Spanish government. The way they're acting in terms of blocking a referendum is just not, obviously having seen it in Scotland, it's just not what should be done. We've had a great chance to have a conversation about politics and engage people for the first time in their lives. Obviously, people seem more engaged in Catalonia already. We could never get 1.8 million people out in the streets campaigning. We couldn't even get 1.8 million people out to vote on the day in terms of a yes vote. So it's kind of it's different in Catalonia, a different situation obviously, but it does seem strange looking from an outsider's point of view that they would not allow a referendum. But I think it's obviously down to the fact that it's more likely to be a yes vote in Catalonia than it was in Scotland.
Com hem pogut anar veient al llarg d'aquest reportatge, els escocesos han escollit quedar-se dins el Regne Unit. Ara esperen les reformes que els han promès els líders de Westminster. Si compleixen, les reivindicacions independentistes es calmaran durant una temporada. La pregunta és, fins quan?